Hello, everybody. Don't mind me last night. If you guys seen the YouTube video I made last night, you guys know that I went through, or I'm going through a lot of sleeping problems, right? So, like I mentioned last night in my video, I'm not feeling this whole look right now. Basically, I'm going through sleep apnea, and it's like I said. Hold on. My bad, guys. It's a struggle and stuff. It's a big struggle. I thought I had COVID. I went to, and after that video I made last night, I did go to the hospital. I got in the ambulance because I could not breathe last night. Like, I couldn't sleep. It's just horrible. So yeah, I went to the hospital, which was the worst experience ever because I went to Denver Health, which is the absolute, to me, my opinion, the worst hospital in Denver. I actually never really been there personally through the emergency room, but I've been there. I've been there. I went there with people. And to me, that's just the absolutely worst hospital ever. I think it's because in downtown Denver, and that's where all the homeless people are. And so they feel like they could treat people like just anybody that walks in, like they just don't mean anything. Like, first of all, when I called the ambulance, I waited for a little bit, got ready, made sure I had everything I needed to take with me, which is my charger, my phone, and I think that's it. My jacket, shoes, of course. And, I just got everything ready, and then stayed on the phone with them until they got here. Went outside to go meet the fire truck people. What do you call them? And where I'm at right now, it's not a very good neighborhood. It's not the best neighborhood. It's a lot of I guess I don't want to say it like this, but it's a lot of crackheads over here. So, and I don't mean it in no disrespect at all, because I actually know a lot of crackheads that, I hate to say that, like, I don't mean to say it like crackheads, because my mom does really bad drugs, so I don't mean to disrespect nobody or nothing like that, but there's a lot of people over here that do drugs, okay? And so it started off as a very bad experience because the fire truck people got here. I was waiting outside and some guy, I don't know if he was super drunk or what the case was, but he was just kind of just talking to them, I mean, there's nothing wrong with talking to them, but I was they were trying to do a job, so yeah, I just kind of get out the way. 5 minutes later, the ambulance came. They got out the ambulance. Pretty much came, walked outside, checked me outside, but what turned me off so bad was they were so the way they came off was just extremely just unprofessional to me, and they automatically told me to take my jacket off and I need to put everything in the bag. And then it was a woman. There was a woman that was right there, and the man ambulance. He did not ask me for my permission, and he automatically started searching. Like, I had a jacket on, right? I take my jacket off, put it in the bag, and he started like body patting me and stuff, and reaching my pockets, take out my lipstick. It was just, I was just like, at that moment, I was so tired that I didn't really like, I guess, think about it too much. But I've been thinking about it all day. Like, is that even legal? To me, that's just sexual assault. Like, he patted my whole body. Like, it was just so unnecessary. Anyway, I got inside the ambulance. The lady kept asking me, a whole bunch of questions. They checked my vitals. My oxygen was low, just like I thought it was. And so they decided to take me in. They didn't even give me an option of what hospital I wanted to go to. But they decided to take me to Denver Health. Denver Health, which is the hospital I just said, is not very, to me, it's not a very good hospital. I got there and pretty much had to wait in the waiting room for like, I don't know, 30 minutes. They took me back, went to go check my vitals and stuff, and then took me back to the waiting room for like another, let's say, 15 minutes or something like that. Took me back to the back room. Didn't ask me if I wanted a blanket or just didn't have any type of hospitality. And so I'm not trying to like make this whole story like not really. I mean, it is important, but it's like not that important. I'm gonna get to the point. So basically, like, they didn't have no type of hospitality. They didn't give me no blanket or anything. Like, and then they took an hour. Like, they didn't even like put me on vitals or anything. Like, when they took me back, they didn't nothing. Like, I was laying there for like almost an hour, maybe like, I don't know, 45 minutes, 15 minutes. And that's when that's when somebody decided to come in, started asking me the same questions they ask you in the ambulance. I don't know. Overall, what I'm trying to say is I've been going to in and out the hospital pretty much the whole month, over a month, for the same thing. I know that, like they told me last night at the hospital, I need to get a primary care doctor and stuff, which I've been trying to do, but sometimes it's just hard. Like, first of all, I have a lot going on in my life. I'm trying to get my kids back and stuff, so sometimes I think about myself last. And getting a primary doctor has been just kind of hard. Like, I want a doctor that's gonna be someone I'm gonna be able to be comfortable with and consistent with and things like that. So it hasn't been the easiest, and I understand like going to the emergency room is not always the best thing to do, but that's just what I've been doing. And now I'm actually almost there to, I think I do have a primary doctor now. Like, well, I want to say primary doctor because I haven't like met them physically, but I talked to them on the phone. So I'm hoping that this will actually like be a little bit more consistent, because I do have a lot of like health issues as far as like anemia and stuff, and now the sleep apnea. And so I'm hoping my goal is to get into sleep, basically, like, well, have a sleeping test, which is hopefully any day now because I can't continue to do this anymore. A lot of people think that I'm just like tripping or making things up in my head, and well, the lady last night, she actually kind of understood. Like, she's like, well, you know your body better than anybody, so. And I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Once I do the sleeping test, I'm sure like I'll find out a lot more, because it's just a battle every single day. Like, a lot of the emergency rooms, or a lot of times I went to the emergency room, they just said it was like anxiety and then would send me home. So I know I have anxiety, but the